You rank #1 on Google, but when a customer or a buyer asks ChatGPT the same question, it recommends your competitor, not you, your competitor. Why does this happen? There's an invisibility gap between Google and what it recommends in AI engines. And over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share everything you need to know about how to rank higher and how to make AI recommend you first instead of your competitor. Here's why this is important. Buyers and people in general stopped searching on Google and looking for those 10 blue links that everybody's familiar with. Instead, they're now asking ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, and any other AI engine about a specific problem. They ask a question and get an answer back. When AI gives the answer, it names only a few brands and only a few different businesses. Usually that number is around 3. If you are not one of them, you do not exist in that moment. People will not know who you are. It doesn't matter how good you rank on Google or on Bing or on any other search engine. This is what I call the invisibility gap. You become non-existent. The invisibility gap is the space between where you rank on Google and how AI engines recommend you. I run AI visibility audits on websites and I do this for a living. So I have seen sites that are not ranking on Google rank super high when it comes to AI, and I have seen sites who rank very high on Google never get cited by AI. By the end of this video, you're going to know the 3 reasons why it happens and you're going to be able to check it on your own site. Let's get started. Look at these 2 images. On the left side, we're seeing everything that you're already familiar with. This is Google search engine results. This is a short list, meta descriptions, rankings, titles, all those kinds of things. On the right here, there's AI answers. This is just one paragraph with a couple of citations. This answer on the right is a second results page. Everybody's always optimized for this, and now this is what's getting important. And usually these 2 do not mix well. Ranking high in one does not mean that you're going to rank high in the other. Most people have been grinding towards the left screen and all of the 10 blue links for years, but nobody has been assigned this right part yet. This is the whole problem in one picture, or 2 pictures. You can rank high on this one, but buyers are now paying attention to this one. Reason 1 is the boring one, and this is the AI crawlers cannot find your site. So most people have a very basic, very old-fashioned website where everything is jumbled. You have a bunch of 404s, you have a stale sitemap, everything is unstructured, and you're ranking high for a couple of keywords, and that's only a couple of pages, and everything else is just chaos. You're relying on these 20% of good pages to lift up the entire portfolio. And there's also another thing, which is the technicality of the site has not been handled correctly. Usually, in the old-fashioned world, before AI creepy crawlers, if you had a bunch of bots on your website, that was a bad thing. That was a signal that you're getting a DOS attack or a DDoS attack. Well, now everything has changed. 60% of the web are now bots and they want to see what's on your site. If you block them out, you're also going to block out the ChatGPT bot, the Claude bot, Gemini, every one of those who wants to recommend your site. Okay, so how do you do that? You go inside of your hosting provider and you enable the setting to update and allow all of the creepy crawlers from the good AIs and block out everything else. It's very easy, it's super simple. If you don't know how to do it, I'm going to make a separate video about this. Now, if you have a solid framework, if you have a solid technical foundation, if you have a good base, the moment you allow the AI crawlers to, circumnavigate your entire website, you're going to have a massive lift when it comes to getting citations. So the client that I work with, 926 URLs, 0 technical errors on all of them. This is very rare to see. Handled everything, enabled the crawlers, instant lift. Instant lift. This was crazy. This is the first time I'm seeing something like this, so I gotta give credit where credit is due. So that's one thing, and now we're moving on into the second thing. Reason 2 why you're not getting cited is trust. AI does not just grab any site that matches a specific answer. It needs to know that it can trust you. So think of it like this. I'm going to give you an analogy. Imagine you're trying to lose weight and you want to look a bit more buff. You want to gain some more muscle if you're a man and you want to lose weight if you're a woman. Okay, so are you going to trust a personal trainer who's obese? You might be, but it's not going to be as trustworthy as somebody who has competed in a couple of fitness competitions, completed an Ironman, a marathon, looks super good, well-defined, chiseled, cut, has all of the good curves. Well, that's how AI thinks, and that's how I think. That's how humans think. And AI wants to replicate how humans think. The scorecard for AI is something that I made, and it's called a GEO audit. It's going to base it on a couple of different parameters, and I'm going to go into each one. AI grades 7 things. Here they are. AI citability, brand authority, content quality, freshness, technical health, structured data, and platform readiness. And it grades them differently depending on the engine that you're trying to rank for. So the scores are going to be different for ChatGPT, they're going to be different from Claude, they're going to be different from Gemini. Some of them lean more into Reddit and what people are saying, some of them read into Google results, some of them take information from Facebook, some of them take information from YouTube. And that's the interesting game you play. The client I had with this healthy and super good website scored a 53 out of 100. 53. Normal, healthy site, ranks high, 53. Not getting cited. These normal sites read as strangers to AI. Look at it like this. The AI can pick two sources. One it recognizes, one it doesn't. It's always going to pick the one it recognizes apart from the other one. So if you want to do this, please set up a person and an organizational schema for your site. Super, super important. The AI needs to know who you are, what are your credentials, and why are you the expert on the top. So for example, if you're dealing with HVAC, do you have a certification? If you are dealing with finance, are you certified? Again, something like that. If you are a fitness trainer, have you won a bodybuilding show? Make sure you include that in the person schema on your entire site so the AI knows exactly who you are and why you're writing that specific type of content. Just so you know, your competitor that ranks higher than you on AI overviews, they're not smarter, they just signal as more trustworthy to AI. Reason 3. So even if AI can find you and it can somewhat trust you, there's another problem. Well, look at these two images. One of these is going to be a big block of text, and the second one is going to be cleaned and structured data. Bullet points, a TLDR, an FAQ, and some tables. Which one would you read? And be honest. Nobody's going to read the book. Everybody's going to look at this one. It's just natural. Your eyes are going to skim through the TLDR, FAQs if you have a question, you're going to scroll around, and the table if there's something interesting that you want to know, if you're going to look for prices or anything. Well, the AI thinks in the same manner. The one on the left reminds me of those recipes that used to be popular where they're starting off with a story about being in Italy and then giving you the answer right there in the middle. And the answer for the customer or the buyer might be in the middle, but they're going to have to look for it for a very, very long time. Here, it's on a platter. It's like on a silver platter and you're giving it to them right here. Just take the answer, take the information, and be good with it. AI is always going to reach for this one, not because it's better writing, because it's easier to quote. If a machine has to dig through a site and just find the information, it's going to go over to your competitor who just gave the answer right away. You can be the expert in the room, the biggest expert in the room, and the AI is still going to choose the answer which is easier. Law of least resistance. Okay, here's the part that should make you optimistic for this entire thing. This gap, the invisibility gap, is not a mystery and it's not permanent. Actually, compared to SEO, getting cited in AI is much easier compared to just waiting for 6 months to get cited and just ranking higher. On the same 15-site portfolio, once the technical foundation was laid out, everything was super cool, then the work picked up very, very cleanly and very, very fast. So for this client with the 15 sites, starting from 0, we got to 21,000 impressions in just a single month, 28 days. That's how Bing Webmaster Tools works. Super cool. I love it. One particular page from the portfolio just blew up in the AI citations. 8,000 citations from this single site. It has 386 pages inside of it, and we're building more on top of it. Another one got cited 896 times, which is close to 900, for one single query. So people are asking for one thing, that page is coming up. Another one rose 400% in a week. Crazy numbers. And yeah, you can game the system. You can make this work in your favor. I am showing you that the invisibility gap is real and it's fixable. If you follow these 3 steps that I laid out before, you can just fix it. Here is the idea to hold on to. There are now 2 search results pages. The old one, which is all of the blue links, and the new one, which is the AI answers. You should be focusing on the new one. These people are having more buyer intent and they're going to trust you more. If the AI recommends you, they're going to know that you're more trustworthy. And the AI thinks that as well. And you need to remember, if AI skips your answer, it's because of 3 reasons. It cannot find your answer clearly, it cannot cite you, or it does not trust you. It's those 3. Super simple. Every one of those is fixable, but you cannot fix what you do not know. So now you can go ahead and check. The people who win in the next 2 years are going to be the people who focus on geo and getting cited in AI. If you want a fast way to start, you can send me an email down below and I will do a free geo audit on your site so you're going to know exactly what to fix. If you want to move even faster, we can work together. Again, you can schedule that in the email down below. And in the next video, we're going to be diving deeper into each one of these 3 systems, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do all of these things. See you around.